How you doing, YouTube? This is my annual video, and here we're gonna talk about the Traxxas Latrax rally car that I've had. I think I've had it for about a year now, and the only two things that I had to replace on it with damages were one front diff and one servo. I had to replace the front servo. Maybe it's because I upgraded it to lipo, so maybe it overworked the servo. So that's the only two things that I've had to change on it, and in the year that I've had this car. All right, as you can see, I have lights put into it, front and back. White lights in the front, red lights in the back. Purchased them for about $11, I think, from a hobby store. The spoiler that you see on there, I drilled it on there. This spoiler is actually from my Red Cat 124 scale Red Cat Truggy. You can get the spoiler really cheap, less than $10 in a pack, from Red Cat Racing. And and I upgraded the Red Cat car, so I just had this spoiler lying around, and I was like, hey, what the heck? And so yeah, we're gonna get into it now. I'm gonna show you the guts. I upgraded this car. The shocks are the same. It's not much travel, so I'm like, what's the point? I don't know. So I kept the shocks the same, and these are the original wheels. They're starting to wear out, so I'm gonna start changing them because sometimes I run it outside on the concrete. And I upgraded the radio, so I have the FlySky receiver on there. All right, I upgraded to FlySky receiver so that it can work with my digital receiver. So upgraded that. I have the lipo sitting inside there. This ESC is a brushless ESC. I got off of eBay for like $10. I got it from him. All right, and you got the switch right there. I did some conversions where I had to solder a couple things and put JST, because with these micros, I have so many JST connectors lying around. Why not switch everything to JST? Keep it simple. Even my battery, I switched over to JST connector. All right. Turn it to the other side. Okay. The motor that I have on there is actually a blue motor. You can't really see it from here, but it's a brushless motor. I believe it's about over 5,000 kV motor, and I had this fan lying around. It's a low power fan, and so I decided to put it on there just to cool the motor. Even though, surprisingly, with this kind of power, the motor doesn't even get hot. I have this fan on there just for precaution, but it doesn't even really get hot, so it's all good. This is the new servo that I have on there, and that's pretty much it. So I upgraded from this motor that they put into it stock. Oh yeah, by the way, the pinion that I have on there, the stock pinion is 14 teeth pinion, but I upgraded it to a 20 tooth pinion. Right now, this car, I clocked it, the fastest I clocked it was 30 miles an hour. Okay, 30 miles an hour on 20 tooth pinion with this motor and conversion. I went to the hobby store and picked up this Robinson Racing, pinion. This Robinson Racing pinion is a 23 tooth. It's kind of hard to find anything higher than that, especially for these micros and for this kind of mod. So if you're looking to get pinion for this car, the mod is going to be a 0.5 mod. Okay, if you're looking on eBay or whatever, you're looking for the right pinion, it's going to be a 0.5 mod for this car. Maybe 0.6 might work. I'm not 100% sure, but 0.5 mod is what this car takes. And this is a 23 tooth. I just pricked it up from Robinson Racing, but I haven't tried it on yet. So right now, this car with 20 tooth is going about 20 miles an hour. This is definitely going to raise the speed a little bit more. And also, I think you can even put 3S on here. I'm running 2S. but you don't want to go too crazy with this car, because just with even 2S, for some reason this car, its steering capabilities is just it just starts losing control once you start going at high speeds. So, you know, it's fun, I think, with just 2S, and just try to be easy on the speed, because keep in mind, you know, this is like an entry level car. You can only do so much with it. But as far as durability goes, this car is really tough. Since I've had it, I only changed these two things, like I said: crash into walls, crash into curbs, you know, and plus running lipo on it with plastic parts, and this car is still strong. A little tip that I want to give you guys with the plastic parts: if you ever have to change the diffs, you can always use some crazy glue on the diff teeth itself. Use some crazy glue and a brush, you know, to you know, one of these days I'll try to make a video of that. Use some crazy glue and a brush, just so that you can brush the crazy glue right on through the teeth of your diffs, so that they can last at least 2 times longer, you know, and makes them stronger. I've done that with one of my micro cars, and I used to change gears on that car like 3 times a year. I haven't changed the gears on there for over a year and a half right now. Still running on there. So that's a nice little tip with these plastic parts, especially the diffs on these micro cars. All right, guys. Yeah, like I said, one of these days I'll try to get a running video for you guys. If you have any questions or you learned something from this video, you know, hit the like button, show some love. All right. So have fun out there.